mentioned something like, make sure you calculate your risk based on percentage, not based on fibs. So I think that's what he was trying to ask me. He want more explanation on this last one, how to calculate your risk in percentage. And that is the question I'm going to ask you now. So let's go. So I've taken some few trades earlier, and you can see it's a $1,000 account. I'm back testing something. I'm back testing a new strategy. So or I should say I'm back testing new update of the magic bomb strategy for those that subscribe to it. So await new update very soon this week. So asking me how to calculate pips in percentage, not in dollars. So example, you have a $100 account. You can see, so it's a $100 account. This is a $100 account. So 1% of $100 account is $1. 2% of $100 account is $2. 3% of $300 or of $100 account is $3. 4% of $100 account is $4. The same thing, 5% of $100 account is equals to $5. That's what you should understand. So let's say the amount is 1,000. So 5% of $1,000 is $50. 5% of $1,000 is $50, because if you divide $1,000 by 20, you get 5. So that's that. So anytime you are calculating your risk, you should calculate it based on percentage. Let me give you an instance of how you can be able to calculate your risk based on percentage in 3 simple steps. Number 1, identify your pip value. What is your pip value? Your pip value is the value of the pips that you want to reach on any particular trade. Let's assume you have let's say $100 account, and you want to risk only 5% of your $100 account, which is $5. $5 is the 100%. I should say $5 is the 5% of the $100 account that you have, and that's what you are willing to risk. So then ask yourself, you have only $5 towards to trade with. 5. You have only $5 to trade with. So how will you do it? Then you should ask yourself, okay, if you have $5, then on minimum, if you are using 0.2 the default lot size, every pip plus 1 pip is equals to 2, minus 1 pip is equals to minus 0.2. So every pip off, you are getting 1 point. Every pip down, you are getting 1 point. So every pip you are trading, you have to understand what is your pip value. So you have only $5. Let's assume you are using the minimum lot. Then you have 25% stop loss. Your stop loss is 25%. Why? Because 0.2 can only go to 25% if you divide it with 5, which is the actual risk you have on your account. 5%, which is the $5 from $100 account. You have to understand what is pip value. Pip value is simply a value that you are giving to a particular pip that you are using to trade. I can have my pip value 1, you can have your own 2. So don't think it's something that is fixed. No, it's not fixed. Just try to understand how it works and how you can use it. Simple. So that's the second thing. And that's the first thing, sorry. Then the second thing, you have to understand how many pips are you risking on every trade. Because if you don't know your pips, I don't know how will you be able to arrive here. Because you must ask yourself, okay, this market, based on the number of targets you calculated, because you cannot just calculate your pips with your head. You must go and use your market structure. Let me give you an example. So assuming I'm buying this market here, I'm buying here, and here is my stop loss. So I calculate from here, what is the distance? If I get the distance, that is what how I can be able to understand, okay, this is what I need to do, and this is how I want to do it. Simple. You understand how many pips you have. Probably you have 30 pips, and you are using the same, excuse me, and you are using the same number of pips here. You want 25, you only have $5, so you can increase it to $6 so that you can have 30 pips. So you know that you are not risking 5% of your account now, you are risking 6% because you have already increased your but risk percentage from 5% to 6%, because initially you are only risking 5%, but later you are risking 6%. Why? Because your number of fifth target increases from 25 to 30 after you calculated it using your market structure, trend lines, and any other influence you can use to calculate market structure and market analysis. This is Boom and Crash Forex Academy, an academy that is designed to help any struggling trader outside there in order to excel and make money in the forex market. We must cash out this month. Nice to have you here. So let me share you the last tip that you can be able to confound them together with the first one I mentioned earlier. You should be able to understand what is your pip value. If you get your pip value, go and calculate the number of pips you are going to risk by identifying how many pips is your risk, either 100 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips, any amount of pips you have. Come and combine it with the same method I used to calculate the major percentage of risking $5 on $100 account, and you can be able to be confounding the same thing with a higher account. Just know how to risk 1%, then you multiply it by 2, you'll get 2%. You multiply it by 5, you'll get 10%. That is how I used to calculate my risk percentage based on how I'm trading Boom and Crash. Example, this account I used to trade, whoever know me in my Boom and Crash group, he knows that we have Boom and Crash group that we give BFE signals. You see, we give BFE signals daily, and you can see this is our signals. We only give signals on spike. You see, we are not being greedy. We are not being greedy. We are cashing out simple and easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just 12 trades. And what happened? I have gotten more than 10%. And I'm happy with my 13%. It's 13.3%. This is what I have. 137 is 13.7%. So you don't need to be greedy to make money in this business. You just need quality signals, quality set off. If you are going for signal services, make sure you are going from a good signal service provider so that I cannot have junk signals. Let me show you my signals group. So you see, this is my awesome VIP signal. So you see, some content I even share them in my VIP signal group, and I can never have over 35 people in this awesome boom and crash VIP signals group. So please, Pastor, we use those things I've already outlined for you. Number one, identify your fib value. Number two, calculate your fibs and identify how many fibs you are risking for trade. Number three, make sure make sure on any other confluence. This is Woman Crash Forest Academy. Nice to have you here. See you in my next video. Bye.
لقد جئت شيئا إمرا قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال لا تؤاخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا فانطلقا حتى